What's up, world? Make sure you tune into Once Upon a BNB to interact and listen to all the wildest, craziest, and weirdest travel stories. And of course, for me and my other two lovely hosts, Ian and Maha. Make sure you like, subscribe to Instagram, YouTube, and all streaming platforms. And we'll catch you next time.
I saw a letter by the window with an extension cord saying, "Do not unplug." My buddy tells us that, he's like, BP, I unplugged, extension cord. And I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, you shouldn't have done it. We came
plug
back,
it back in,
and then the extension cord was plugged back in.
Oh no!
Saying, with the note there,
a new note,
right? Saying, "Do not unplug. This is your last warning."
Oh my god,
this is getting spooky. What's up, world? You're tuning into Once Upon a BNB. My name is Anns.
This is Ian.
And we're missing the marvelous Maha, but we have two great guests with us today that's going to help us, fill the void. Who are we sitting with?
This is BP.
Hey, BP.
And Life of Law from Hemp, I Am Music Artist.
Let me try to say that. Life, Law, and Hemp from
Allah
Life, Allah.
from Hemp.
From Hemp. High-end music partners. I almost had it.
I'm glad you took a stab at it.
I took a stab at it. I'm a daredevil at heart, but I feel like you're more of a daredevil than I am.
Debatable.
So yes, guys, of course we do the wildest travel stories. It can be with the Airbnb or not. So we're thinking you got a crazy story to share.
Yeah, I actually got a few. But we'll start off with something. Recently, this was probably about 2 years ago, I would say. This was in Inglewood, California.
Oh, wait, where are you from?
I'm from Miami.
From Miami.
Born and raised in Homestead, Florida.
Okay.
Dade County.
Can we know what BP stands for, or no? Is that a secret?
It's just my initials to my real name.
Okay, so then you have to kill us.
Can I know your real name?
Yeah. Can't hear government.
First name is Brian. That's all you're going to get is Brian.
Okay.
Is it with a Y or an I?
With an I.
Okay.
My little brother would be very happy with you right now.
Yeah.
He's Brian with an I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I have a nonprofit organization where we help veterans, and we get them jobs. We help them just everyday essentials with shampoo and stuff. So I used to fly.
It's amazing, by the way.
I know.
To Cali, and I started getting taking interest in cannabis, and then being that Georgia and Florida at the time wasn't legal to do it or anything like that, and craziest thing was I met a guy out there that was big into cannabis, and then he's like,
a lot of those in California.
Yeah, met a guy.
Well, he's like, he was a veteran, and he's like, why don't you use cannabis to help your veterans? He's like, besides shampoo and stuff that they're probably going to sell in the streets. So I had a network where we flew out to Cali monthly, and then I started taking a crew with me because things got a little crazy. So, it went from hotels to Airbnbs. So we started renting Airbnbs.
All right.
So I saw an Airbnb in Inglewood. It's the first time I ever been in Inglewood. Usually stay downtown Los Angeles.
How many guests are you putting in this Airbnb request?
How many what?
How many guests are you, how big is this crew?
It was 4 of us.
Okay.
So it was a 2-bedroom. They had a pull-out couch and stuff like that. So, so I booked which I thought it was a sweet spot, on the pictures, and I was like, okay, it'll be something interesting to experience the first time. We went out there and we got there. We checked in, and I guess like the first hour, I couldn't understand how to even do the pin pad and all that stuff, and I had trouble. Contacting the owner, and it was just always through email and, never through the phone.
Never on the phone?
I felt weird about
Sketchy.
it. Yeah, so I was like, at the time, I was like, what do we do? We have nowhere else to stay, so we got to, kind of follow the instructions and see what happens. So we waited about an hour and finally got in. And
you replied to your email at last?
Yeah, I replied to the email, and then, we got there, and, we did what we had to do. We set up, and then, we partied a little bit, of course.
Or a lot of big.
So, that night we left to go get something to eat, and when we got back, things were like arranged differently. We were missing like half smoked blunts in an ashtray. You know, things were like put up like correctly, like, you know, there was a maid or something, you know. I was like, this is weird, like someone's been in here. So, you know, the
Kind
next
of
Wasn't
like
mentioned in the email.
hotel.
wasn't mentioned in the email. Yeah, it was weird. I was like, no one was around. You know, we checked the house, nothing, nobody was there. So, you know, the next day was our event that we had with the veterans. And then
Were y'all like certain of it? You know, like you're like,
yeah.
did you confront the guy? Type in another one.
Well, no, at first we didn't pay any attention to it. Like we thought it was just, we were just
You start noticing more and more shit. You're like, wait a second.
forgetful, or maybe we misplaced something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Or one of our guys were like, forgot,
Must have got 3 other suspects, all of you, you know.
So yeah, the next day we were gone pretty much all day, and then I seen a note by the window, because I don't know if you guys ever been to Cali. Like a lot of the Airbnbs don't have AC, air conditioning, so like at night it gets cool. So they open the windows and they have fans. So this place was like that. It didn't have air conditioning, just fans and the windows. So I saw a letter by the window with an extension cord saying, "Do not unplug." So we didn't plug it. Right, whatever. So I emailed and I'm like, "Hey, what is this, extension cord?" And
seems like you've gone from email to handwritten note.
Yeah, like no response. And then like, it was just weird. And then we were there for 4 days. So that night, my buddy's like, "I'm gonna unplug it."
Oh my God! It's always. Were you engaging in cannabis when he decided to make this gesture?
Yeah, I'm like, man, he told me, he's like, "Hey, I unplugged that BP, by the way." And I'm like, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, now, we're gonna have somebody, kicking us out or something like that. Maybe it went to a generator or something,
for the entire.
Did you not attempt to follow the cord?
Nah, but it did.
Too far.
It looked like it went to
Too much.
shed. It looked like it went to a shed in the backyard, right? It was a little small shed. So
it's getting spooky.
So we went to dinner that night. That second night we were there, and then my buddy tells us that he's like, "BP, I unplugged the extension cord." And I'm like, "Whatever, bro. Like, you shouldn't have done it." We came
plug
back,
it back in,
and then the extension cord was plugged back in.
Oh no!
Saying with the note there,
a new note,
right? Saying, "Do not unplug. This is your last warning."
Oh my God.
This is getting spooky.
So I'm like, what the hell?
Has the email been responded to at this point?
No. So
just notes.
I just read it, whatever the note, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I said, I think somebody's fucking with us.
You're actually allowed to curse.
I said somebody's fucking with us.
We have no real
man.
rules here.
I said we're missing blunts and smoked shit. Missing things are misplaced. He's like, dude, someone, my buddy said, someone used my shaver. Did one of you guys use my shaver? And I'm like, nah, like, who the hell uses shavers? Like, somebody's shaver. Like, it's weird. Someone, like, took a shower while we were gone.
Oh, my God.
So things started adding up. I was like, hey, what if someone lives in that back shed right there, right? I started putting things together.
You should have followed the cord.
So I emailed Airbnb, the actual Airbnb, and it took them about 12 hours to respond.
Typical.
Finally.
And you don't get to include all the missing things.
No, so they responded, and then they said that they were gonna verify it, my bookings, my reservations and everything, and they were gonna get back to me, leave a number where we can contact you. Someone will contact you. So the next day,
Airbnb what do they think about whether or not the cord should be unplugged?
Well, I didn't mention that.
Okay.
I didn't mention any of that. So the next day, we were gonna go downtown and just go visit Hollywood, just do some sightseeing. We decided to stay. Some buddies went to go to the store to buy some stuff we can cook with and stuff. I said, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna plug this and see what happens.
And stake it out.
So I unplugged it, and a guy came out of the shed. So found out.
Describe the guy? Okay, random guy pops out the shed.
So
immediate reaction.
He had an accent. He sounded like he was probably from, I'll probably say Bolivia or something like that. And So anyways, he confronted me and it's like, why did you unplug this? And I'm like, who are you? He's like, I'm the owner. I'm like, hold on.
Check your fucking email, owner.
I'm like, he's the owner. He owns the house. So I'm like, well, I'm going to call it cops because I need verification, you know? And he's like, I wouldn't do that because I'm the owner. I have all the, you know, the credentials, everything the deed, I own the house. And, you know, we pretty, you know, we got into it a little bit. We exchanged some words and he said he was going to kick us out.
Did he know about the Airbnb?
So listen to this. So a few hours after that, I got a call from the actual owner.
The real owner.
Airbnb. So
wait a minute.
The lady, I don't want to say her whole name, but her first name is Julia.
Yeah, we put people on blast on this podcast.
She has a friend, which is a woman that was the host of Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
Found out they broken up, and the guy was the boyfriend that was living in the shed. So he made an account with that house, living in that back shed, because they're not together. Her and that lady were not together anymore. So he had nowhere else to go. He was living with her. So he decided to live in that shed, knowing that nobody was there, and we'll find out using electricity.
So where's the lady?
So she's out of the country.
Wow.
Wait,
Right.
so
Julia's out of the country.
who's the Airbnb host? Like, according to Airbnb, like what's
Some random lady, right? And so she no longer does it anymore, apparently. So Julia thought that she was still hosting the place, but it was her boyfriend that was using her account and her email and everything, claiming it was her. They were communicating, but she was communicating with the boyfriend, not the lady.
And that's why your emails weren't getting answered.
So
Possibly.
yeah?
So this whole time, this guy's living in the shed.
So the whole time he was
Making
homeless,
money,
living with the lady.
smoking our shit, right? Using our stuff, our cologne. I'm like, why does my cologne smell extra? Like someone just sprayed it. You know, it started to make sense. So this guy's banking. You know, he's making money. He's
Smoking blunts.
taking people's stuff, probably selling it to people on the streets, making extra money. And
and she doesn't know that this man lives in her shed.
She doesn't know that. As far as the lady knows that it's her friend that's still hosting it, answering to the emails, and they haven't, been together since, I guess, I don't know how long it was, but...
Just to be clear, does the shed man, does he run the Airbnb at all? Or is just the...
Well, as far as I know, I was talking to the host, which should have been the lady.
But was it
But
really
she
Shed
doesn't
Man?
run it anymore, but it's
She
really
doesn't
Shed
run it no
Man.
more.
So is it Shed Man that is actually...
It's the Shed Man running
Okay.
it, using his girlfriend's account.
I gotcha.
Which was the original host.
There's just so many
Dang.
layers of duplicity there that I had to make sure I got it. But all right, that's
So I got
he got greedy though.
I got
He got really
compensated.
greedy.
I got compensated.
He could have just stayed in the shed.
yeah. Like if you start like all right, throw out the fact that you're not supposed to be living there. You're just you're just having an Airbnb and you're smoking their shit and that's also weird.
You're
in
doing a
itself.
lot.
And if you're doing it from the position, I guess because it's not my account. It's my bitch ex-girlfriend's.
So
They broke up with me and kicked me out, and I have nowhere to go, so I live in her shed.
and now she's got terrible reviews. She's lost superhost status.
I know.
I knew something was up that second day when I seen that note.
That note is crazy.
I'm thinking maybe the owner came by, maybe forgot that, to put that note or something. Because sometimes they do stuff like that, or they'll clean the Airbnb as they go, and stuff like that. But it was just weird, And like I said, a few weeks after that, the owner reached out and compensated me, gave me my full refund.
So nice.
So you can come back anytime. I have other properties you can go check out. They put the guy in jail. He went to jail.
Right.
Fraud,
He tried to really
over
say
$5,000.
Wow.
that you couldn't call the police on him. He said, I wouldn't do that.
But that's why he said that. That's why he said
Bluffing.
that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So he's in jail now.
He's probably out by now. But,
Damn, Shed Man. That was a good
Shed
hustle.
Man,
Because he got greedy. Because he honestly could have just been living a nice little life in the shed, making money, chilling, and nobody
I
was
guess it's
living
easy
on.
to get greedy when you live in a fucking shed.
Damn. You weren't scared. I feel like you have a very calm, chill personality. You weren't frightened.
Nah, he was an older man. It wasn't. I don't hit.
Threatening.
Yeah, older people. I'm not a violent person, so
Because I would have freaked out on that second note. This is your last warning. Ghost. It's giving.
I was with 2 other veterans and myself, so
Oh, y'all was good.
Yeah, so we would have done some damage if anything. But Inglewood's kind of crazy, so you can never put that past it.
True. Forgot we were
Inglewood, you know how they rep.
Forgot. That's very crazy. I'm glad you were able to maintain your composure. So ultimately, how was the trip?
It was fun.
It was fun.
We
got some work done.
Yeah, we executed what we were there for. We met up. 36 more veterans added to the network. We were able to help a few families that are veterans, and then I definitely want to get back into it now that I partnered up with my brother Life.
Yes, your support.
Yes,
your podcast, he's like here for like.
Were you around for
one
of the other travel stories, Life?
No.
Okay. you just see him when he comes back in one piece.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's got a few on his own he wants to share, I guess.
No, I'm good.
He gives me bodyguard. You give me bodyguard vibes.
I've been that a few times in my heyday.
Definitely.
He's my Suge Knight.
Yeah.
I'm ex-military as well.
Okay.
Thank you for your service. Shouldn't laugh at me for trying to be polite.
I laugh at
coming
you when
off
he
as
does
corny
that.
because I'm corny.
No, it's very sincere and genuine.
No, it's just my personality that's corny.
But it's your personality that's funny, not corny. But yes, okay, I think we have time. Do we have time for one more?
Sure do.
The clock says 20 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, do you have one more? That was pretty crazy. I don't know if you're going to be able to top the shed guy.
Nah, not really. My story's a little over to the left,
They want to hear it.
Yeah.
They want to hear some blood and glory.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it was an Airbnb, you know what I mean? But coming out of New York City, I guess the only story I could tell you is that one time I'm walking through 42nd, as I normally do from time to time when I'm home. And, you pay attention to details. And being ex-military, I pay attention a little bit more than most. So I seen this Puerto Rican or Spanish dude stab a white guy.
Oh my gosh.
Just stab him like
you witnessed that.
I'm like right from here to you, just stab him. But he didn't know that person had a firearm and shot the guy in the head.
And you saw all of this.
Right in front of me.
That's crazy.
So normally normal people, I don't consider myself normal based upon what we go through.
Yeah, because I would have threw up.
Right? It was actually like a movie scene, like, wow, did that actually happen right in front of my face? And I walked off like it didn't really happen.
So you didn't want to call the police?
No.
Okay, now.
Well, you got to know that in the middle of 42nd Street, the police station is right there. The guy that shot him was an undercover cop.
Oh, so you had some context.
Like he was trying to rob him and didn't know that this was an undercover cop at the time.
Mm.
And shot him in the head right in front of my face.
But are you used to seeing, you're probably used to seeing a bit of gore.
I am. I was a combat medic.
Mm.
And I also worked in military police and worked in JAG, the legal division. So, yeah, I see my fair share.
Our last guest was in that.
Oh, yeah. Our last guest was in JAG.
Yeah, I see my fair share of Call of Duty in real form.
Intense.
Yeah. So that's my little story.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing. Okay. I know y'all have some things you want to shout out. I know y'all have some events coming up.
Yeah.
Y'all have some companies y'all work together. If you want to spread the word and make sure our listeners, might get involved or follow you guys on social.
Oh, yeah. You guys can follow me. Actually, I have a record label company called Red Light Studio here in Atlanta. Where we help artists succeed and teach them how to use whatever platform that they can use without spending a lot of money. Nowadays, people don't have time to go to the studio and do things like that. And, but if you can teach yourself how to record and then use the extra money to have an engineer master mix it, it'll be a cheaper route. And, just learn how to use the marketing game and promotion. So, Red Light Studio, we're getting ready to put packages together to show artists how to utilize that. And that way, they can
And be multidimensional. Record yourself.
Yeah, the whole engineering and studio, that stuff's gonna die out. Everything's gonna be digital. Everybody's gonna be able to record their own music and do everything.
Like your phones and stuff, or
yeah, just
They
at
do
your
have
house in the
apps
closet.
for that where they like the apps put the beats together. You just buy the drum sounds and
and then got that going on, and the new location coming in May. We're gonna be doing more things with filming. I got a movie that I was in called Dirty Birds. Big shout out to the Dirty Birds team. My engineer, my partner, J. Anthony Beats, artist No Bullish. And then, we got...
Where's that? Where can we watch that?
It'll be on Netflix, hopefully, here soon. So, and then the cannabis, we're just networking with, cannabis and helping veterans. A lot of veterans don't have access to good meds. So, CBD, Delta, THC, it's all in the same family. So, we're big into trying to pass, the law here in Georgia to legalize marijuana.
It's much better than opioids and all that.
Right,
it is, man.
right.
Opioids, there's 7 suicides a day with veterans on opioids. So it's like, it's a big thing, So, basically, life, he's been in the business for 20 plus years as well. So, he's an advocate for a lot of companies, spokesman. He's studying to be an attorney himself. So,
nice.
A lot of positivity.
Yeah,
we found on the last episode that if you want to go the JAG route, doesn't matter how decorative a combat you are, they make you go back to boot camp.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you in boot camp.
Yeah. But as BP was saying, if I could add on, we're doing a lot of great things. I also, too, have a nonprofit called Veteran Health Solutions where I go across the country lecturing to our veteran underserved community about the value and benefits of hemp. Notice I didn't say marijuana or cannabis. I said hemp. And I use that acronym in helping educate misinformed people from a legal perspective to make sure that our veterans and underserved understand that you can convert from the opiates into a plant-based medicine to help support the healing reality, not to get you high, to get you healed.
So hemp has multiple, it's an acronym for multiple.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. As it should. And for those who use it, those who advocate it, I use it in a way that makes sense for those that that I deal with. The other thing is that we have high-end music partners. I was also a music executive for a very long time. And I started a consultancy management and a special events firm here in Atlanta to help support entities like BPs and others from an internal reality as it relates to the law. Law governs everything. And sometimes our artists and or sometimes our executives may not understand the intricacies of law and how it is applied in a sovereign state like Georgia, right? It has its own private mindset as opposed to public. And so I do that. And
especially for artists.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think the last thing, if I may add, we have an event coming up February 26th at Maha CBD Atlanta.
My birthday weekend.
Mama. Happy birthday early.
Woo.
And we're inviting everybody to come out so you can check us out. You can check me out on the IG, High EN Partners, EM Partners.
I'm worried that this will air after that.
All right.
This is Super Bowl Sunday, but by the time you guys listen to this, the Rams may be Super Bowl champions.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So that's what I'm doing, and I'm serving as his consultant right now. Make sure he's taken care of on a real way from a legal perspective and from a military perspective with military brothers.
Thank you.
So when you say you see me as a bodyguard, I do got a little bit too, especially when it comes to my fellow veterans.
Gotta protect and serve,
Yeah, I do that. So.
And I also do have I have a birthday coming up too.
When's your birthday?
The 17th.
For real?
Yeah.
Almost
Thursday.
made it.
Yeah, the big 40.
Oh my God.
That's a milestone.
Yeah, the big 40. Yeah.
All right, big
It
plans
is.
for the big 4-0?
Right.
Nothing really too serious, man. Just
Busy grinding.
dinner and cake,
Mm-hmm. Eat good, yes.
Yeah, that's it, Nothing too major.
Well, by the time
That's
this airs, you'll be
exciting.
40 years old, and your party would have been a fucking success. The full
I appreciate
experience,
it. I
and
appreciate that.
someone will be Super Bowl champions. Thanks for another episode, guys. I think that was about
Awesome. Thanks for
Yeah.
having us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
It's ends.
Ian. There was no Maha today.
And we're out.